2023 was a very interesting year for us. I mean, as a co-founder and CEO of Renora, we basically run a robo-advisory for crypto assets. It's like a SaaS platform. So after FTX kind of crashed, it definitely has broken a lot of trust of a lot of clients and users that we had in the industry. So it put in like a crypto winter that we had to deal for nearly a year so far. And definitely wasn't good for business, but we thought of how can we utilize this, in our own advantage. So we took the time to build out a new platform which is more flexible as well as more scalable. And for us personally, the highlight was to release our new product, which was in October, and it had quite a significant adoption so far. So we're really happy to see that, and definitely looking forward to expand it in the next year. So the next year is going to be quite exciting, I think. So 2024, a lot of positive indicators showing for the crypto industry, and therefore we're looking forward to go and expand globally to offer our services and platform to more users who are coming into the crypto space, right? Yeah, so this is really exciting time to come soon.
So really on that point, what are your predictions for when the bear market will start to reverse, when we'll get into bull, and what do you think you'd like to see for the crypto ecosystem as a result of that?
Sure. So as we've seen, the crypto market has been pumping quite a bit, even like before we got into 2024. And there are a couple of positive indicators as well as negative indicators that we see on the macroeconomics level. So, for example, on the positive side, we see that there's ETFs going to be released. We see more regulations kicking in, which is good, right? Which basically is going to allow more institutional investors to come into the market. And we have a couple of other things like Bitcoin halving, right? So that's the positive part. On the other side, if we are looking at the macroeconomics, so we can see that the unemployment is starting to rise bit by bit. It's not critical yet, but it shows some cracks in the economy, so to say. So also we noticed that historically, whenever Fed was cutting rates, it had impact on the equities. And equities are, or sorry, let's say this way, crypto markets are very correlated to equities. So there will be some, turbulence coming in. So it depends what comes in first, right? And what we definitely expect is turbulence in the market. However, if you also look historically, after Bitcoin halving, the prices usually have not reverted to its previous levels. So if we want to do something about it, then the best way is to actually systematically start deploying capital, whatever we are comfortable with, until April. And from there, I think the markets will start picking up quite a bit. Obviously, still going to be some fluctuations here and there. But if we're talking about a real bull market, so we could classify it as something that goes beyond the all-time high so far. So beyond 60K, if we're starting to hit those numbers and going up, then we can classify it maybe as a bull market. And I think this is something that will start maybe around September, October 2024 and going to go into 2025. We're probably going to hit the next peak, I think. Yeah. So that's my 2 cents on that.
Thank you for those predictions. I'm sure people are listening very keenly to those. Now, what's been your overall impression of the blockchain ecosystem in Singapore in 2023?
Yeah, so as you probably know, Ms., we are also running an Web3 events aggregator, W3E. So we actually been also monitoring how the sentiment is there. So we see extreme growth in that sense, right? So just to give you some rough numbers, so W3E is running since last year across 23 different cities globally, right? It covers major Web3 oriented cities like Hong Kong, Singapore, Lisbon, Berlin, and even like Australia, right? So it has quite a global coverage. And if we compare, for example, June, 1st of June, we saw that it aggregated about 2,500 events globally, right, related to Web3. And today, I just checked the numbers, it was nearly 14,000. So you can imagine what kind of growth there is. So that's kind of like is the data that really shows that the sentiment is becoming more positive. At least we are seeing, community starting to be becoming more active, events happening. Obviously, conferences are playing a major role there too, right? So definitely we can see that it's picking up, and we're excited, to be part of it too. So as you know, we're also organizing events as well as you. So that's definitely a great way to get the community together and move forward.
Thank you so much, Stan, for